Thanks for joining us for another Kickstarter conniption. Today we're looking at Upkeep from Game Time Again.
And as always, we want to make you aware that our Kickstarter conniption videos are sponsored in part by our Kickstarter backers and by the creators of this game. Hey guys, and thanks for joining us today. I'm Will Meadows.
And I'm Sarah Meadows, and today we're looking at Upkeep from Game Time Again. This is from designer Alan K. Clint.
It's a 1 to 4 player pattern building set collection game that takes about 30 to 60 minutes to play. We were sent a prototype copy to check out, so let's take a look at how it's played.
To set up the game, place the meeple on the check weather icon, place the helper and professional decks near the board, and construct the weather deck depending on your difficulty level.
Give each player their yard, set of bins, and game pieces. Each player will place their pawn on the first toolbox and then draw 12 leaves and place 3 in each of the 4 areas in their yard, and then you're ready to begin.
The first weather card is drawn and resolved, then the dice are rolled. In this case, for calm weather, the player pawns are put out on the roof toolbox and each player takes 11 leaves and places them face down.
Now the leaves fall into your yard. Select a leaf and place it into the area shown by your pawn, and then advance your pawn to the next toolbox. Once you reach the end, you will move your pawn to the toolbox matching the location die, and then cycle through again.
Once all the spaces are filled in an area, leaves may be stacked up to 3 high.
For the first round, players will move on to cleaning their yard by starting with their pawn in the first toolbox. They will get 1 move with the choice of stacking a leaf, unstacking a leaf, moving a leaf, swapping 2 leaves, or pattern stacking a set of matching leaves 3 in a row or in an L shape. Then their pawn is moved to the next toolbox and 1 leaf movement of their choice is taken in each area.
1 pile of 3 matching leaves may be placed in the correct bin, and any type may be placed in the scratch bin.
A new round begins by drawing a new weather card. In the case of inclement weather, like this hailstorm, players must place 2 leaves in each area, and just the number dice are rolled.
Leaves fall in the yard, and once again, players may redeem leaves in their recycle bins to gain tokens. Leaves in the scratch bin may be discarded, moved to a recycle bin, traded, or given to another player.
Players may now spend their tokens to make upgrades by unlocking a toolbox to take more moves. They may hire a helper for 2 tokens or hire a professional for 3 tokens.
Once again, the yard is cleaned for the round and gameplay continues. Once one player has completely cleaned their yard, or if the weather deck is depleted, the game ends and points are tallied for upgrades and penalties for leaves remaining in the yard, and the player with the most points wins.
Upkeep is based on the age-old desire to have your yard look better than your neighbor's yard. In this game, leaves will be falling each round. You'll be trying to stack them up in piles and make sure that you're able to organize the way that they land in order to get points and ultimately have the best looking yard.
In the game, we didn't explain all the little nuances of the rules, so when the leaves fall, there are a few rules for that. They must always land in an empty space, so you'll need to strategically place those in each little area of your yard, depending on where you are placing them that turn. And make sure that they're probably next to some of the matching leaves. If you ever fill up all the spaces of an area, then you'll begin stacking the leaves. So hopefully you have some matching ones to stack on top of, because once you get a stack of 3 matching, you can move those to your recycle bin during the cleaning phase.
One of the nice things about the game is that each player's board is slightly different. The shapes of your yard are different. Some yards have a pool and some might have a garden. Some of the different weather effects are going to affect different players differently, and a lot of the upgrades might allow you to treat your properties different too. So you might be able to protect your roof from storms, or you might be able to protect your pool from being frozen over.
Yeah, in the game, you will also have the opportunity to trade with other players. You do have that scratch bin that allows you to make a trade if you would like. So this also has alternate family rules to allow for a little bit easier gameplay if you're playing with younger players as well.
Right, and those stacks of leaves are also asynchronous between players, so not everyone has the same leaves that they're collecting. And this is where it gets into a little bit of that like Settlers of Catan feel, where you're like, I'll give you my green ferns that I can't get any points for in exchange for your, red maple leaves or whatever. And so you're kind of doing the like, you owe me one, I'll scratch your back, you scratch mine this time, and then being able to utilize those upgrade tokens. If you're only able to clear off one bin, you get one token. If you're able to clear off two, you get three. And if you're able to have all three bins full at the same time, then you'll get 5 of those toolbox upgrade tokens. That really allows you to be able to upgrade and unlock a lot of abilities in the game.
Yes, you can unlock the toolboxes on your board to allow you to make more of those leaf movements to hopefully stack them up to get them off your board more quickly. You can also hire other helpers and professionals, and those also can be upgraded. And if you can upgrade each of those cards by the end of the game, you'll earn quite a few additional points for those as well.
Yeah, there are 2 different end game conditions. One is if someone's actually able to clear off all the leaves on their board, which I have yet to be able to accomplish. Usually we play through the entire deck, and once all the season cards are done, the weather effects, then the game ends, and then you do your scoring, and then you're going to score different amounts of points for things like having your bins empty, having empty spaces on your board, having more tokens at the end of the game. There's a lot of different ways to total points at the end of the game. So if you see yourself getting close to the end of the game, you kind of might be more likely to win the game by being strategic in getting some of those big point items rather than just trying to clear everything off your board.
Yeah, this sounds like something you're interested in. You can check out Upkeep from Game Time Again, and then be sure to check out our other videos and subscribe to Tantrum House.
Upkeep! Breaking leaves in my backyard, 32 acres of woods, least favorite thing ever. Game that takes about 30 to 60 minutes to play. They were kind enough to send us a copy to check out, so let's take a look at this prototype and figure out how to play.
Oh my gosh.
Game time again. I didn't want to say it wrong. Game time again. 30 to 60 minutes to play. Play again games. Is that what they're called?
Game time again.
Game time again.